Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Y'all, today we are going to do something oh so unique and oh so practical. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by. And welcome to all of my new subscribers, and a big thank you to everyone who is supporting my channel in so many positive ways. I have some zipper seal storage bags, and y'all, today is going to be a game-changing day for our paper crafts, because we are going to take these and we are going to use them in a way that will revolutionize a portion of our paper crafting. So y'all know what time it is? It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here is a closer look at two of the fabulous game-changing bags that I have made. And you can see that we have a nice closure on these. We are not using Velcro. We're not using magnets. We're not using ribbon. We are going to be using zipper seal bags. Some of you know these as Ziploc bags. They go by many names, but the bags that I bought are called zipper seal. And we're going to be using the seal from that bag as the closure on our project. Y'all, this strip right here is going to change the way we close our bags. So easy, and it gives it that nice professional look. And then when you're ready to open it, you just open it, and you can see that we have one strip here, and then we have the connecting strip on the other side. I just have some chocolates in this one, and on this one you can see the strip as well. It's so easy to do, and when you're ready to close it, you just line it up the way that you would just a regular old sandwich bag by snapping it closed, and there we have a nice closure on our bag. So here's what we're going to need to make it. I am going to be using a piece of 11 by 14 poster board. You can use whatever size you want for the project. I'm basically going to be showing you a technique more than an actual bag or box making process, because we do that so many times on the channel that a lot of you are very familiar with the process. I am going to walk through making the bag, and I'm going to be using these measurements. So if you want a bag in a different size, you'll need to give it a tweak. So my piece starts out as 11 by 14. And then I'm going to be using some wrapping paper. Now, wrapping paper probably works best for your larger sheets, because then you don't have to worry about joining pieces of decorative paper together to get that outer look. Or if you want to just use decorative paper all together, you can do that as well. It's totally up to you. And then I'll be using the gallon size zipper seal bags. And I'll be cutting off a portion of that. We won't use the whole thing, but we'll be able to save the rest for another project. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to take my poster board and attach it to the wrapping paper. And what I've done is I've run mine through my Xyron Creatopia to get the adhesive on the back. But if you don't have a Xyron Creatopia, you can use a spray adhesive. Just make sure you spray outdoors. Or if you have wide tape, you can run some wide tape all the way across from end to end so that you'll have complete coverage. I am just going to peel off the backer sheet, and you can see that gloss on there. That is my adhesive. So now I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to place it down. Try to get it straight on there, just because I'm using plaids and I don't want them to be too wonky. And now I'm just going to trim away my excess. And we're just going to trim away the excess from all four sides. So now I'll bring in my scoreboard, and on the 14-inch side, I'm going to score at 1, at 6, at 8, and then I'll rotate it to the opposite 14-inch side and score at 1. Then I'm going to rotate it to the 11-inch side, and we're going to score at 2 as far as we can go. Then I'll flip it, score at 2 again to complete that score. And then I'll flip it this way, score at 2. And then score at 2 again. So now I'm going to fold and burnish all of my scores. And so now we have our piece like this. We are going to go ahead and remove all 4 corners. So I am just going to use my finger blade and let's cut those out. So I've removed these 2. We'll go to the bottom and we will remove these 2. So now that we have our 4 corners removed, we're going to cut out the center tabs right here. So I am going to go up to the score mark and drag straight down. And then I'll angle in just a little bit. And I'm also going to reduce this. So it'll look like that. And then we'll do the same thing over here. We'll go up to the score mark and drag straight down. And then we'll angle just a little bit. And now we'll reduce this. And this is how your piece should look right now. So now I'm going to just trim away some of one side of the panels. So basically I'm leaving about 3/4 of an inch because we don't need all of that bulk when we fold in our bag. So I'm going to bring my scoreboard back in, and on this panel, we're going to go ahead and score at 1. And then we'll just rotate it. And we'll score at 1 on this one as well, because we do want a center score. So now before we put the bag together, we're going to go ahead and place down the seal. And the seal is going to go on one side and then we'll join it to the other. So I am going to show you guys exactly how I get the seal. So I'm going to take a bag, bring in my ruler, and I'm just going to trim away the top portion. And we can save this because we can line other bags with this as well. So now that I have this piece, I'm just going to place it down so that I can see about how much I want to cut off. So I am just going to make a mark with my finger blade. Then I'm going to use my scissors to cut off on that mark. But I also want to make sure I cut off on the other end as well, because I need for both of these pieces to be completely independent so that they will open properly. And you can see that we have this small piece left. My Super Simple Sunday project is going to use some of these small pieces. So make sure you come back on Sunday to see that Super Simple Sunday project. I think you're gonna love it. So now when I put this down, I want to make sure that I don't have any of this sticking out. And I do have a little bit, so I am just going to take my scissors and trim away. And then I'll do another test fit because I want this to fit on this 1-inch portion here with none of it hanging over the top or on the score mark. So now I'm going to take my tape and we're going to place tape on this piece. And I'm probably going to put 3 strips of tape on here just to make sure that everything stays in place. I'm going to go ahead and peel up one piece so that I can put another piece down. Guys, I really believe that this is going to change how we make those bags, because it is going to be such a well-received process. Once you make it, you're going to see just how easy it is. So I'm going to peel away my tape. We're going to go ahead and take our piece and put it down and get it nice and stuck. And now I'm just going to take my tape and I'm going to lay down some tape on the top piece. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and remove this top piece while I put the tape on, because that'll make it easier for me to see my placement. And so now we're just going to take this piece and put it back on. So I'm just going to slide it on and slide it across, making sure that it's nice and stuck. So now we can put it together. So I am just going to take a little bit of my glue and place some glue here. And then I'm going to place some glue on this piece. And we're going to bring it up and get it matched. So I'm making sure that it's matched at the top. And so now I'll take my ruler and I'm just going on the inside to make sure that I have everything nice and stuck. We'll do the same thing over here. So we're going to take a little bit of our glue. We're going to put some glue right there. And then I'll take this piece and I'm going to add my glue right here. We'll fold this piece over. We're matching it at the top. I'll use my ruler to go in and get everything nice and stuck. And if you have any hanging over at the bottom, you simply need to take your scissors and snip it away. So now we have our bag, and I made those scores on that side panel because it's just going to make it easier to pinch in on this bag. And you can pinch down as far as you want, and you can see that pinching. So now we get to remove our tape from the second half of our zipper seal. And now we can take this and just be very careful with your placement. Line up the tops. Get that nice and stuck. I'm going to use my big old spatula just to make sure I have this nice and crisp. And so now we have our bag. When we're ready to open it, we just separate it like that. And you can see that I have one side of that zipper seal and the other side is over here. I am going to take my big old spatula and just make sure that I have a nice adhesive stick where I placed my tape. We'll do the same thing over here. I am just taking my big old spatula and just burnishing my seal to make sure that it's going to stay stuck. And so there we have our wonderful seal on this bag. So all we have to do to close it is just like we would the sandwich bag. We just get that zip started. And there we have it. So stinking cute and so easy. You can see how from the side we have a beautiful bag. Then all that's left is for you to decorate it. And I have this Happy Valentine's Day sticker that I printed out. I went online, I found some free graphic clip art, and I just printed my own sticker, and I printed it on some label paper so you can go back and just cut it off. So I think I want a black border on this, so I am just going to take this piece and place it down right there. Then I'm going to place it in my trimmer. And we're going to trim our border. And now we can place that down on our bag. So I'm just going to use some glue. Put some glue on this. And I'm going to place it down right there. I'm going to open this so that I can go in and just make sure I have a nice stick. And now I'm just going to reseal it. Isn't that special? Wasn't that simple? So now I have another beautiful black and white bag to complete my black and white trio of bags. So the bag that I'm using for the project, this bag, when I finished mine, it measures 7 by 6 by 2. So that is the size of the bag that we were using on today's project. If you want a bag size that differs, just tweak your measurements and you'll be able to make this in so many different sizes using so many different materials. And so guys, don't you just love the process of using zipper seal bags to create our own self-sealing bags using our decorative papers? I hope that you have enjoyed this process. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.